Seahorse, Run! Written and illustrated by Tammy Carter Bronson. Read to you by the author and illustrator. For anyone willing to find courage in the face of adversity. Far across the ocean, a reef kissed the surface of the water. Coral covered the reef, and coral was alive. Coral loved to sing, but the only animal that could hear her song was Seahorse. Seahorse could swim, but Coral could not. Coral was rooted in the rock. When the current was strong, Seahorse clung to Coral with his tail. When Coral was red, Seahorse looked red. When Coral was yellow, Seahorse turned yellow. When Seahorse was not with Coral, he was blue like the sea. One day several sharks darted past the reef. When one shark veered too close, Coral sang, "Seahorse, run far, far away." Seahorse hugged Coral and said, "Stop, shark! Why do you flee?" Shark trembled from the tip of his nose to the end of his tail. "A sea dragon is coming. Sea dragons are fearsome, terrible beasts. They have 10 rows of teeth that chomp sharks into bits. Seahorse, run!" With a swoosh of his tail, Shark plunged into the wide, dark sea. "Silly shark," said Seahorse. "He has more rows of teeth than a sea dragon." A moray eel slithered out of her cave and rippled toward them. Coral sang, "Seahorse, run far, far away." Seahorse refused to abandon Coral. As Eel slipped by, Seahorse asked, "Have you seen a dragon?" Eel replied, "No, but Octopus said a dragon's jaws can snap a whale in two. Sea dragon gobbles sharks for dinner and slurps eels for dessert. He will eat you too. Seahorse, run!" Now Seahorse was worried. Should he swim away? Above them, 8 slimy legs unfurled. Coral sang, "Seahorse, run far, far away." Seahorse did not budge. He curled his tail around Coral and asked Octopus, "Are you running away too?" "Running?" Octopus fixed a bulbous eye on Seahorse. "I am swimming. I plan to follow Shark and Eel. Sea Dragon's tentacles will engulf the entire reef. His scales are very sharp." "Sharp enough to hurt Coral?" "Sharp enough to crunch Coral." Octopus whooshed away in a cloud of ink, whispering, "Seahorse, swim." Seahorse was puzzled. Sharks swim far and wide, eels slither into dark places, and octopi are clever. If they are afraid, we should be too. Coral trilled, "I am afraid for you." Seahorse said, "I can swim away, but you cannot. I will protect you, Coral. I will save you from the dragon." Coral chanted, "Seahorse, run, Seahorse, run, Seahorse, run." Seahorse did not run. He hid behind the giant clam and gazed into the vast blue ocean beyond the reef. Seahorse watched and waited and watched, but he did not see a dragon. Far in the distance he spied a weed floating in the current. "Seaweed," he cried, "float this way." Seahorse swam out to meet the plant. Slowly the seaweed drifted toward Seahorse. When it was near enough, Seahorse hooked his tail around a leaf and said, "Come with me, Seaweed. I will help you hide." Seaweed asked, "What am I hiding from?" "Sea Dragon. But do not be afraid. You are safe on the reef. I am here to protect you." Seaweed chuckled. "Brave little Seahorse, what am I?" Seahorse replied, "You are a helpless weed in need of my protection." "You are wrong. Have you ever met a plant with 2 eyes and a snout? Look closely. Are you sure I am a weed?" Seahorse inspected every leaf as Coral sang, "I see, I see." Seahorse turned red. "I do not see. I cannot find 2 eyes, and I do not see a snout." Finally, Seahorse found a face. "You look like me. Is this a trick? What are you?" "I am a sea dragon." Seahorse laughed. "You are not a dragon. Dragons are monstrous, terrible beasts with 50 rows of teeth. Dragons gobble whales for dinner and slurp giant squid for dessert. You are a weed with 2 eyes and a snout. How could you be a sea dragon?" Dear little Seahorse, do you believe everything that you hear? Truly, I am a dragon, and I am here to visit another dragon. Seahorse was amazed. "A sea dragon lives on the reef? Of course. There he is. That is my cousin, Ribbon." A slim green fish wiggled out of the seagrass. Ribbon exclaimed, "Hello, Leafy." "Hello, Ribbon." Leafy hugged Coral with his delicate tail. Coral blushed red. Leafy Dragon turned red too. Seahorse smiled. He was related to dragons. When Shark and Eel and Octopus returned, Leafy Dragon looked nervous. What if Octopus crushed them in her tentacles? What if Eel bit them in half? What if Shark swallowed them whole? Seahorse said, "Do not worry, Leafy Dragon. They cannot see you. You look like a weed." Ribbon piped up, "We have another cousin named Weedy." Coral sang, "3 little dragons, 3 little dragons." Seahorse smiled. Maybe he would meet Weedy Dragon too. The end.